Hi, welcome to another episode of Idea Dream Home Season 5. Home is a place where you live your life. It's not all about the external appearance. It's something more than that. So let's get some tips from our judges, Anna Kurivula, Arun Vidyasagar. Arun, is it possible to improve the efficiency of house or usage of electricity by planning a house based on climate conditions and natural settings?
Yes, it is really possible. It depends a lot on where the house is going to be located, the accessibility, the climatic conditions, where the plot faces.
Okay.
I think a lot of things happen based on all this. So the planning is really critical if you consider all the external elements. Even buildings nearby to your building, wherever you are going to put your house,
Okay.
will also affect. In certain cases where we expect wind to come from a certain angle, if there's a bigger building on that side, you are not going to get the wind. So you have to plan accordingly. There are general climatic factors for each zone which has to be considered for planning the house. So what advantage you get is you don't need to use electricity to light your house so much. You can also get rid of the usage of fan, the other means of artificial lighting and ventilation.
Especially during the day,
During the
daytime.
day.
What's your opinion, Anna?
I would suggest not to keep bedrooms in the west side because west side gets maximum sunlight. So if you can, even if you're having a bedroom, if you can give a wardrobe in that side, it might reduce the heat that's gained by the room. So that way you can cut down on your power bills in the night, like it won't be so hot in the night. Then these days skylights and courtyards, they bring in more light and whereby sometimes you have to put lights even in the morning. So if there are courtyards or light wells, we avoid doing that.
So let's move on to the house for the day. That is Mukkadayil house from Kadavanthara.
Hello everybody, welcome to the brand new season of Idea Dream Home. Today we start our journey with Mukkadayil house in Kochi, Kadavanthara. It is spread across an area of 3000 square feet. When you see the entrance, it cuts into two ways, the house and the outhouse. It's situated on the left side. Now this house is built on a traditional dome-like structure, which is like the Kerala tradition and which is unlike of the main house. This is a 3-bedroom house which can be used as servant quarters or guest space, and it doesn't disrupt the landscape at all, so which is very conveniently done. The designer has chosen the safest pick from the lot to paint this house, red and white combination, which is very attractive and beautiful. As you can see, the lower area of the house has been painted with white. Above it, they have used red color, and you can see the structure of it. It is a unique structure with the dome as well as the traditional dome-like structure and a semi-curve over there. I'm standing right at the entrance of this house, and to talk about the flooring, they have used granite, which I feel is a very smart option. So let's go in and find out other interesting details about this house. Welcome everybody. I'm standing in the drawing room of this house, and the first thing that catches my eye is the simple and elegant decorum that they have maintained over here. Another important aspect over here is the showcase wall that has glass-like structures that divide the whole wall. The most important thing that I would like to tell you guys is the cross ventilation. Look, we have ample windows over here, and the windows don't have curtains. Next to the dining space over here, the dining table has been done. It's a glass top table supported by the wooden chairs. Now this thing that stands out the entire space is the lighting that they've used. I'm sure it looks beautiful at night. Over there is the cupboard space, a little cupboard they have provided, which you can store glasses and everything. I'm standing next to a designer wall over here. Designer yet simple yet stylish. This space that you can see, they have made a little flower pot space over here, and the rest they have just put a color texture over here. The same thing has been done on the opposite side too, which has a TV stand over there. A designer wall complementing the 52-inch LED TV. The space looks quite filled up over here because of the artificial flower arrangement and the showpieces above and below. The area beneath the staircase falls into criticism every time you start describing about the interiors of a house. But in this house, it has been well taken care of. You can see over here the wooden structures that they have created. It's like it covers the entire space of the beneath the staircase. You can see over here they have trophies and some more showpieces are kept over here. Standing next to the wash area over here, it is a beautiful wash area. They have designed it with the granite tiles and everything. It doesn't disturb the dining hall or the living space at all. It also has access to the bathroom. I'm standing at the favorite area of our house, the kitchen. Now when I start to describe about this kitchen, it's a modular kitchen with the chimney and microwave, everything over here. Granite slab with wooden cabinets. There are a lot of wooden cabinets over here. So what it does is you can stack up all the utensils inside that, nothing is popping out. One of the things that I like personally is this big wooden structure which is hanging in the middle of the wall, wash area. And above it you can store all your crockeries and the necessary plates and all. Very convenient. Now the other thing that complements is the work area that opens up from there. Good enough spacious work area so you can shift in the entire load over there. Now this is an informal dining space, especially for people like me who want to grab a quick bite. Okay, so you can sit here, have hot served food and go back to your work. The staircase of this house is cleverly designed. As you can see, the staircase wall over here is designed with picture frames, window and block spaces. This is a wooden walkway, wooden railing, wooden pathway which it takes us to the upper floor. So let's go up. Just halfway up the staircase, I reached to this bedroom and I had a feeling that I'm walking into the clouds. Why? Look at the sky blue designed wall over here. Beautiful, right? And it has incorporated with the wooden cabinets over here and the wooden wardrobe as well. Welcome to the upper living area. Now this area has been very smartly designed. The reason why I say this is because you can see over here, the gap over here, it connects the lower and the upper floor together. There is a gap over here which again connects the lower and the upper floor. What more it has done is the airflow. You can see two huge windows over there, then a big window over here. This curved pathway leads us to a balcony outside. A small sit out area, very convenient and very nice. This is the balcony area that I was talking about. Spacious enough, so you can sit here, especially in the evenings when the wind is good, relax, grab a cup of tea and enjoy the view. Now I'm at the master bedroom of the house. And the thing that would grab your attention is the texture, the pink textured wall over here, which looks really nice. And one interesting feature about this is LED lighting over here. I believe it looks beautiful at night. Then you can see on that side the wooden wardrobe. Over here, the other side, they have a little study area or we can use for office area they had used granites, but upstairs what they have done is they have used vertical tiles throughout the space, be that the living area, the bedroom, or even the balcony outside.
So Anna, what is your opinion on exterior landscape form and character?
They've used a very bold color in the exterior, which not many people are ready to experiment that way. There are a lot of interesting forms, like there is a semicircular veranda on the other side, but then it's hidden by the big block in the front. Okay, I noticed the window shutter pattern. They've gone for something different from what we usually see. I would say if the sides were reversed, we would have found the house more interesting. The car porch, you see it has square columns, and then the rest of the places it has circular columns. So, and I think the number of columns are a little more. Now there is enough landscaped area, nothing great, it's a lot of potted plants. The outhouse seems to be the first thing that we notice when we enter into this plot. So on the whole, it is an okay elevation.
Okay, your opinion, Arun?
There's a lot of roof actually. It's a looking very tall because of the roof angle and probably even the truss on top.
Okay.
It's got fair amount of frontage, bit of a driveway, and not much of landscape. I don't know why they've gone for a curve form, because I think it should have looked better with a regular straight form in the front. And then again, the outhouse kind of breaks the whole thing. It looks better than the whole composition of the house. Though it's an outhouse, it kind of steals the show from the bright color on one side to going to a very subtle merging with the landscape. It's just a composition and doesn't show any specific character. It's got slope proof. That's a traditional thing. What is done here, that's all.
Okay. Now coming to the interior flooring, kitchen and bathroom.
The living room is small for this scale of this house, and because it's circular shape, you're limited to putting the furniture only in one side, and also there is a big red niche wall. I think the accessories, everything has taken more importance. It's been given more importance than the actual furniture layout there. You see the area under the stairs they've used, but the TV area is very little. I don't know if you can actually sit and watch TV out there. They've given a practical powder room. The best thing that I liked about this house is the kitchen. People usually spend a lot of area in kitchen, like you see a utility, pantry, work area. But here you see one small thing with all the things required. Instead of a store, they have a tall cabinet. And they've even gone for a good pattern on the shutters of the kitchen. So that is good, and the rooms are smaller, even though the house is it looks very big from outside.
So Arun, what do you think about it?
Interiors are better than the exterior, that's what I understand. You can see the entrance door on the corner of the curved area, and you have the seats directly in front. It's like a problem created, and you're bearing with it. Probably that's a very minimum sitting area what they wanted. And one good thing in the interiors is there is enough light. It's really good, and I don't think they use a lot of artificial light in the daytime.
Okay.
So that is really good. Then when you come into the dining area, on the way you find a little shelf, but even then they've done that really well, and they've got a lot of crystal stuff there. The staircase I feel is a little cramped. From what we see, it feels a little cramped because of the massive handrails on the side.
Okay.
Kitchen is really cute. It's a very small space and it looks very functional, and looks like they spend a lot of time in the kitchen. In the upstairs, what you see is a mess of handrails. Even if it's in glass, it feels very close to each other, and you feel like going through a narrow passage to pass on to the terrace in the front. I think the interiors look much better. They have tried a lot of things, but probably the space is not that big to accommodate or whatever they have done. That's all. The lighting is the high point, I think.
So coming to the color, decor and lighting.
So we see this red and white outside. Now they've tried to bring it inside also. So right in the living room niche, and then in the dining room, that they've done well. There is this red wall and a small white opening, and they've kept something which is to the scale of that niche. The blue bedroom and the pink bedroom, this vinyl stencil is quite interesting.
Arun.
Decor is pretty bright. Predominant color is red, which might be their favorite color. We can see it everywhere. Fabrics are also not very appealing, but it's generally kind of fine. The theme all around is also kind of continuous. It doesn't have any difference. It's generally connected to each other.
Now coming to the overall ambience.
Overall, it's a decent house. It looks very big from outside. They've placed the house at a good distance from the gate. The circular plan, which looks good in a plan, it's not that useful when we actually get into the house.
Arun.
Ambience is very basic. Means you can't say it is strikingly good or really bad also. It's just a basic house. It's a very functional house, and it's, I think, serves the purpose of each space.
Now moving on to the marks. Anna, what about exterior, form, character and landscaping?
I've given them 16. They have experimented with a bright color, but then there is a lot of roof forms here, and the outhouse is the one that we noticed first. If the forms were reversed, or if they could have done a little less, it would have looked much better.
Okay. How much mark would you like to give?
See, the form is not that appealing compared to the plot location, the space in front of the house, and the outhouse, which stands out like a totally different entity in the plot. I don't think they've done justice really well to the whole space they have. I've given them 16.
Okay. And what about interior, flooring, kitchen?
When it comes to the planning, I think they've failed a little bit, because the seating in the living room, the TV viewing area, but it's compensated by a very practical kitchen. I've given them 17 on 25.
Okay. Arun.
I've given 17.
Okay. And marks for color, decor and lighting?
They've followed a theme, the red and white theme, even inside and outside. The red, they haven't used it too much. They were careful about it. So, but then there was a little bit of more of accessories that were inside. So, I've given them 16 on 25.
Arun, you?
Decor is again similar to the interiors, very basic. They have not gone for any really good choice of materials to make a difference to the whole space. Like what she was saying, red is the only color. I'm not saying that the color was wrong, but probably they can use it in a different way. So I would say 17 out of 20.
Okay. And how do you judge overall ambience?
Overall, it seems practical. They have a good balcony space on the upper floor, but the room sizes, again, that's the low point of this house. So I would give them 17 on 25.
Okay. Arun?
Ambience is just okay. I will not say it's that great. It is very functional. It does justice to that. The ambience is not that great. Means, they had space, lot of space, and I think they also had the budget. So I think I will give only 17 out of 25.
Mukkadayil house from Kadavanthara secures 66 from Anna and 67 from Arun. And public has awarded this house with 33 out of 50. And that makes a total of 166 out of 250. So that's all for today. We'll see you in our next episode.